Hey guys, welcome back to Candid Cinema. My name is Amanda, otherwise known as AMX NDA Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. Today I will be reviewing WandaVision Season 1. So you can see I have my Magneto t-shirt on. No, we did not get Magneto. No, we did not get Reed Richards. No, we didn't get Mephisto. We didn't get Nightmare. And we also didn't get the version of Quicksilver that we should have gotten, in my opinion. We got a little bit more backstory on Wanda, which was entirely necessary. I think that we needed to see that character development because when I saw Wanda in either Age of Ultron, Infinity War, I knew that she was powerful, and I loved just seeing her at the height of her power. And this one, we got to see a little bit more of her traumatic past. We got to see a bit more of her chemistry with Vision, and I think that it really did work. Their characterizations, their backstories, their chemistry together, I think that was the glue of this entire series for 9 episodes. I do think that the first half of WandaVision was better than the second half because we got to see something different with the sitcoms. I thought that was really smart, and then her changing reality. The entire journey of WandaVision was better than the ending that we got. It felt really rushed. There were people that should have been in the episode. I feel like Jimmy Woo should have gotten a little bit more to do. Darcy a little bit more to do. Monica deserved a little bit more to do as well. And I know the show is called WandaVision. It's about Wanda, don't get me wrong. I'm completely aware of that. But I do think that it was just so rushed. And I had in the back of my mind when everyone was making these theories up. And I went along with it, don't get me wrong. I did. And then the actors chimed in with what they wanted to tell us and troll us. So the expectations were high, and seeing people get upset at others for having high expectations was something that put a damper on a lot of things, because we're in phase 4 of Marvel, of the MCU. Why wouldn't I have high expectations? Why wouldn't I? They've surprised us and they've exceeded our expectations. We didn't know what we were gonna get, what was in store, and they exceeded our expectations. And then sometimes when you lay it on thick, like they did with Paul Bettany saying
there is some mysterious Avenger who's going to appear in WandaVision, and people seem to think that that mysterious Avenger is Doctor Strange. Truth is, of all of the characters that we were trying to keep secret, a lot of them got out through leaks. There is one character that has not been revealed, and it is very exciting. It's an actor that I've longed to work with all of my life. We have some amazing scenes together, and the chemistry between us is, I think, extraordinary, and it was just fireworks on set. So I'm really excited for people to see that stuff.
That is what irritates people. It irritated me that was said. I don't think that it helped matters at all. Like, that we're sitting there watching it every week, so I don't think a troll job was necessary. So I feel like the media and the actors and everything that came with the series, the fan theories, which, we all have our theories. It was a lot, and it all kind of came crashing down in the finale, where none of our theories were right, other than the fact that it was going to end on a cliffhanger, and I knew that it was going to end on a cliffhanger because it was going to bleed into Doctor Strange 2. There are great things that happened in the show, like the character development was really strong. Vision and Wanda's chemistry was the glue for everything. Catherine Hahn is an absolute superstar as Agatha Harkness. I am so freaking happy that she did not kill her. If Wanda killed Agatha at the end of this, I would have just been devastated. We need more of her in the MCU. I don't want her to be wasted because she was absolutely brilliant in this. I do think that the performances from Olsen Bettany and Catherine Hahn should get awards recognition because they knocked it out of the park in every single episode. They kept impressing me with what they were delivering. So those are definitely the high points. I absolutely adore Teyonah Parris, and I am very, very excited for Miss Marvel. I'm excited for Captain Marvel 2. Monica Rambeau has easily become one of my favorite characters, and I'm absolutely delighted that they did so much with her in this series because she was a knockout. She was great. So WandaVision was great. It was a very good show. I just personally feel that Wanda's in the exact same position that she was in at the beginning of the show and at the end of Endgame. And that is where I'm having trouble with being fully in love with this show, because to me, the character development's great. We learned a lot about her. She learned a lot about herself, and Agatha kind of pushed her to know more about who she is with her chaos magic, and I love that. Like in the finale when she fully becomes Scarlet Witch, like that was a moment. That was a moment that I will never forget. She looked absolutely incredible. How she took her powers back was really impressive, and I love that scene with her and Agatha. I thought it was fantastic. The thing that I loved about WandaVision is that it was incredibly emotional. It was heartfelt. We're seeing such intimate, beautiful moments with Vision and Wanda, and you know, they make you love the characters and them as a couple, which I really appreciated because they never ever showed enough of that in the film. So that's why WandaVision works. The one thing that doesn't work in WandaVision is what they did with Evan Peters. I personally think it was a misstep in the way that they used him. I really was hoping for a link, a connection to the X-Men. And I've seen people go off on socials saying, but the show is not about him. I'm like, I'm fully aware that the show is not about him, but he is also Wanda's brother. So literally her twin. So how are you saying that he's not as important to Wanda and to her story? Like, he's very important, and I think that they misused him. They really did. If there's something more where like Aaron Taylor Johnson didn't want to come back, or he's had his own issues with Marvel, then casting Evan Peters makes complete sense, because those who have watched the Fox X-Men films understand that connection. But for the emotional connection with Wanda, I personally think it would have been more effective to have Aaron Taylor Johnson present as Pietro. I think that he was used for humorous purposes and there was no payoff. There was literally absolutely no point in casting Evan Peters other than for shock value. And I just think it was a misstep for me personally. I didn't agree with it. And to name him Ralph Boner at the end of it all, like, it was such a heavy episode, and then you come in and then like that's a name, that's a line of dialogue in the show, and it kind of just put a damper on it for me. To each their own, it is subjective. Am I completely in love with WandaVision? I was at the beginning. I thought the sitcom aspects were really well done. The opening theme songs were really fun. We got to see different sides of Wanda and Vision, and then there was a balance between like the obscure moments in the show when like you're coming in and out of Wanda's reality, and what the hell was her reality, who was behind this. So I do think that there were very strong moments in the first half, and then it was kind of like they missed a couple of beats in the second half. Being able to discuss it every single week and discuss the theories and get excited and, you know, and hearing what everyone else thinks, because I'm not I read a couple of comics. It's not that I don't really dive into them, but then hearing everyone else's thoughts and everyone's theories, you kind of jump in and you're like, oh my God, like that would be amazing if this happened, or like that kind of storyline, that would be great. So I think it was, as I said at the beginning of this video, it's more of the journey of WandaVision and the friends we met along the way. Not to sound like that, but I think that's what really brought everyone together. And if you woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, or stayed up until like midnight, and then you had your like little crew that you would talk to, like I think that is the beauty of what Disney did with this, what Disney Plus did with this, on a streaming service. I think that's the most important takeaway from WandaVision. So if you loved it, more power to you. I'm happy that you can connect to a character like Wanda and that you love her. I'm all for that. I respect that 100%. I was looking at it on a TV scale, and looking at it on a TV scale, this particular finale, this ending, made complete sense for the series. It still had like Vision fighting White Vision, like that was fantastic as well. Those sequences were great. You had like Agatha and Wanda fighting, which was also great. You had like, it was a big blowout at the end of it, but in the television series capacity. Of course, there are unanswered questions that hopefully will be answered in future Marvel films. It's been great to see everyone just so happy with the series and get so excited about it. The memes have been absolutely hilarious. So that is my review of WandaVision Season 1. Kudos to Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany and Catherine Hahn for being complete knockouts. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Make sure to follow me over at AMX ND Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. I love talking about films, so please come in and join the conversation. I'll catch you next time. Keep watching movies.